A SportsBeat presentation. Game Night Live kicks off now. Brought to you by Granite Credit Union.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Game Night Live. Glad to have you aboard tonight. All right, high school football playoffs, Jeremiah. Spots in Rice-Eccles for next week's semis on the line all across the state.
Yeah, so much on the line this weekend. So many emotions, and you never know what can happen. That was certainly the case in Cache Valley Friday night, where undefeated Skyview hosting Park City in the 4A quarterfinals. Park City, a huge underdog.
Huge.
This game was scoreless at halftime. Skyview quarterback Mason Falls had missed most of the first half with an injury. Returned in the second half and does this, a 19-yard touchdown run. Park City answers later in the third quarter. Dylan Bauer on the carry. He dives into the end zone. Miners even the score at 7. Finally, some offense. Down 14-7 in the fourth. Park City quarterback Jack Skidmore's picked off on fourth down by Trayson Martindale. But he gets lit up by Dylan Bauer. Fumbles, Bauer recovers, and now we got problems. Martindale loses his temper, stomping on Bauer's head. The teams begin fighting. Martindale and 2 Park City players were ejected. So after all that, Park City back in business. Skidmore going deep to Mark McCurdy. Moments later, Park City in the red zone, they connect again for the touchdown. The Miners decide to gamble and go for 2 with 7:40 left in the game. This is bananas. It's the 2-point conversion. The gamble pays off. Park City has a 15-14 lead. Skyview now has a shot to drive down the field and win it. Falls of going deep to David Carver. A 45-yard gain. Skyview brings on kicker Kason Erickson with just under a minute left. His 31-yard attempt. Oh, wide left. Heartbreak for Skyview. Park City goes on the road and stuns undefeated Skyview. The Miners are going to Rice-Eccles Stadium for the 4A semifinals. How about that?
But with those ejections, they're going to be shorthanded.
Yes.
So we'll have to see how that pans out. All right, 5A quarterfinals. Both Jordan and Skyridge, they've had no problem finding the end zone. Skyridge averaging over 40 a game. Jordan 33 per game.
I love this matchup when I saw it on paper, and it lived up to the hype. It had a little bit of everything, including our comeback of the week.
Jordan already leading 7-0. Jake Shaver breaking free, and there he goes. It's no Shaver November or something like that. 79 yards, his second touchdown of the day. Beatniggers up 14-0. Second quarter, Jordan defense. Wyatt Jones picks off Jaden Clemens. There he goes. 62-yard touchdown on a pick 6. Jordan now leads 21-0. Still in the second quarter. Jordan driving. But the ball hits the motion guy on the snap. Stone Muatalo ends up with it. He's got a 38-yard fumble recovery. It's now 21-14. And Jordan's defense comes back again. Jones again. Another pick 6.
I've seen this before.
Extra point is blocked, 27-14 Jordan. Now just over a minute to play in the first half. Skyridge driving. Ma Natoa looks like he stopped, but powers in for 6. Finally got an offensive touchdown. Falcons had a field goal less than a minute later. 27-23 though, Jordan at the half. First drive of the third. Skyridge, Natoa, touchdown. And after being down 21-0, Skyridge has a 30-27 lead. Then the Falcons would pour it on in the fourth. Clemens to Natoa, 34 yards. Natoa 4 total touchdowns in this one. Clemens threw for 2, and he also ran for a couple. This one, 59 yards. Skyridge outscoring Jordan 44-13 in the second and third to move on to the semis, 58-34. So, Skyridge is in Rice-Eccles. They'll meet the winner of Roy and Timpview. That was our Game Night Live game of the week. Our crew was in Roy yesterday.
It's a rematch of the 2014 championship game where Timpview beat Roy 28-7.
But now 4 years later, Royals had the T-Birds on their turf in an emotional 5A quarterfinal matchup. You got to watch it live on our KSL TV app. Good. Cade Harris flanked to his left on 1st and goal from the 4. Dart flips it out to Cade Harris. He is going to walk in the end zone. And the Roy Royals on the board on the opening drive of this 5A quarterfinals. 3rd and goal at the 1. Jaden Harris. And he finds his way into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown. And now the Royals out in front 13-0 here in the first. He's still looking. Now he's got a tuck and run. And his helmet comes off. He's going to be right at the 30-yard line. And now We got a scuffle. A Timpview T-Bird a little bit extra. Now the coach pushing the T-Bird out of the way, and here come the flags. And not a lot of love being expressed there, and the official doing a good job of keeping things calm down here. Emotional first half. The Roy Royals lead the Timpview T-Birds 14-0. So 1st and 10, ball at the 31-yard line of the Royals. Hand off to Jaden Harris, and ball's on the ground, recovered by Timpview. Our first turnover of the game, and Khalil Nevis picks it up. 3rd down and 2 at the 8-yard line for the T-Birds, trying to convert after the turnover. The pass, it's caught. Is it a touchdown? Yes, it is. Touchdown. Carson Ryan from Sione Moa. Moa to throw this time. And he's going deep to his receiver. Caught. Touchdown. Sione Moa to Raider DeMooney, 28 yards, and we're an extra point away from being tied. Jackson Dart to throw again. He's going deep along the sideline. He's got a receiver. Rowan's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Roy. 44 yards. Kyrese Rowan, and he is cramping up on the end zone, but not until he scores a 44-yard touchdown from Jackson Dart. He says, help, I can't get up.
Yeah, I was cramping that whole way, so that's why, he was with me, but I had to make a play, so.
This could be the game right here. 4th down and 3 to go. Here comes the pressure. Adolfo is knocked out short of the first down marker, and ball turned over on down. And the Roy Royals move on to Rice-Eccles Stadium in the 5A semis. They get the win tonight over Timpview, 20-14.
Crazy, man. It's just crazy to think that we're going to Rice-Eccles. I mean, this team's been grinding so far, and all this hard work that we put in, it's now going to Rice-Eccles, so we're happy to be there.
Emotional year, open heart surgery, an emotional win to get you to Rice-Eccles.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm tickled right now, and my heart's fine. I'm better than I was.
Where are you going next week? What a feeling. You're going up to the turf, playing the big place.
That's what it's all about right there.
All right, today we had the semifinals in 1A, 4 teams for 2 spots in next week's championship.
Yeah, let's start with a dramatic 3-overtime game, shall we?
We shall.
Why not? No score after 1 half. 3rd quarter, Duchesne's Case and Grant. They're taking on Parowan, by the way. Caleb Sanchez gets it on the deflection, and he's gone. 7-0 Duchesne. It was still 7-0 Duchesne with 12 seconds left in the game. Parowan's Porter Wood to Ryan Jeffries. It's a touchdown. Ooh. But Jeffries spiked the ball and gets flagged for it. That's going to push the PAT back, but no problem. Levi Saylor's got it, and we go to overtime. First overtime after Duchesne misses a field goal. Parowan decides to go for it all in the first play, but the ball's intercepted by Gavin Davis. Both teams failed to score in double overtime, so we go to a 3rd overtime. On 4th and goal, Duchesne's Jaron Mortensen punches it in. Then on the 2-point conversion, Grant to Davis, and it's good. So Parowan gets one last shot. Wood. Intercepted by Davis, and that's how it ends. Duchesne advances to the championship. They've been there before with a 15-7 win.
All right.
Man, we've been through so much adversity this year with injuries, and, we had a death on the team, with a sibling last week, and the whole town's kind of rallied and kind of had our back, and we've had their back. And to win in this fashion against a great team, especially a team that beat us earlier, I can't be more proud about our guys.
All right, so Monticello and Milford battling to see who would go to the title game. First quarter, Milford up 7-0. Monticello's Mark Batt to Reed Hedglin. Down at the 2, Buckaroos score on the next play to cut it 7-6. Tigers answer Bryson Barnes to Carson Wunderlich, 14-6 Milford. Then Barnes again, this time to Paxton Henry. Milford decides to get tricky a little bit later in the first half. The reverse pass. Henry hits Barnes, and he does an endo into the end zone. Milford back to the 1A championship.
All right, 3A semifinals, Juan Diego and Summit Academy. Juan Diego's Mikey Curran. Oh, nice hit. But as far as highlights go, this was all Summit Academy. Mason Schaefer Picks off the pass. He's going to take it back for 6. Bears up 21-0 than Casey Briggs to Colin Dodge. 28-yard score. Summit Academy rolls 40-6. Stunning result there because of the score.
So Summit Academy will play the winner of North St. Pete and Morgan. Second quarter, still no score. North St. Pete pinned inside their own 1. Fumble! Morgan Jamison bursts and falls on it. Trojans up 7-0. Still in the second. North St. Pete's Connor Jorgensen breaking tackles. And now he's got to outrun everybody. Got a great block there, and he does. 51-yard touchdown. Then the Hawks defense, Ashton Osborne, jumps the route, pick 6. Hawks building a 23-7 lead, and they go on to win it, 23-15.
All right, now to 2A, the semifinals. South Summit and Millard. Second quarter, Wildcats leading by 4 when quarterback Cale Atkinson tucks and goes. 66 yards, 14-3 South Summit. Atkinson was dominant. The reigning 2A MVP keeps it going. Runs over his own player to get into the end zone, 21-7. He ran for 4 scores. This one was 53 yards. He also threw for another in the Wildcats win, 34-10.
So Grand and Beaver battling for the right to meet South Summit next week in the title game. No score. Grand deep in Beaver territory. The ball broken up by Trayson Hunter, and Spencer Williams takes it off his back. Okay. Grand leading 3-0 in the fourth. Bryant Trout, the 1-yard touchdown. Red Devils, they get the matchup with South Summit for the title next week. All right, we have plenty of playoff football to come.
Yeah,
Bingham. Go ahead, Jeremiah.
Bingham looking to get back to Rice Eccles, the defended 6A title, plus the 4A and 5A semis when we come back.
All right, 6A quarterfinals. Bingham looking to get back to Rice Eccles to defend their title.
Hey, Kern's won their first playoff game in 25 years in the first round. Their reward, though, a matchup with the 2-time defending champs.
All right, congratulations.
Yeah, Kern's hosting Bingham. That was cool. Peyton Jones finds Jake Cragen for the 32-yard touchdown to put the Miners on the board. They were just getting started. They explode in the second quarter with 31 points. Brayson Harward had a touchdown, and then that touchdown to Avi Parikh. And Bingham rolls in this one by a final score of 46-0.
So Bingham will meet the winner of American Fork and Weber. American Fork jumping out to a 17-7 lead. Boone Abbott to Chase Roberts for the 13-yarder. Now here comes Weber, the top playmaker, Hudson Skank. He gets the block. Oh, he got a big one there, another one there. And then he outruns everybody, 45-yard touchdown on a punt return. Weaver's got momentum. Cole Hogan hooks up with Caden Fulmer for 30 yards. The drive capped off by Hudson Skank in the end zone, barely. Weaver led 24-17 at halftime. Second half, though, All-American Fork. Boone Abbott. And the offensive starts rolling. That's Devin Downing, 33 yards. Then Abbott and Downing connect again. The Cavemen outscore the Warriors 28-7 in the second half. They move on to Rice Eccles Stadium. And we'll meet Bingham in a rematch from earlier, which was a great game.
Oh, it was fantastic. Looking forward to that. Davis traveled to Alpine to face Lone Peak. First play of the game, a touchdown for Lone Peak. Nate Ritchie's been doing this several times this year. He takes the opening kickoff to the house, 99 yards. Special teams huge in this game for Lone Peak. A block punt by Michael Daly would set up a touchdown. Lone Peak is in the semifinals. They get Pleasant Grove at Rice Eccles next Thursday, an all-Region 4 semifinal in 6A. How about that?
And why did they get Pleasant Grove? Well,
there you go.
They were at Fremont, first quarter. Pleasant Grove, Jake Jensen hits Jackson on the crosser. And then reach for the pylon. Just short, though. Pleasant Grove scored on the next play. Last seconds of the first half, Fremont Smith Stratford to Calvin Peterson. Touchdown, 24-17, PG on top. Third quarter, Pleasant Grove up 17, and Jensen hits Dane Christiansen for the touchdown, 31-7 Vikings. Then a few minutes later, Christiansen again, his third TD of the day. He finished with 4 total. Pleasant Grove heading to Rice Eccles for the first time since 2006. And what does that say about seeding?
Doesn't matter.
If you're in a good region, yeah. So what was it, 4 seed Pleasant Grove?
Yeah.
They beat a 1 seed, and now they beat Fremont on the road.
All those teams in the region go.
All right, Olympus undefeated. They've rolled through the season into the quarterfinals. All the Titan wins but one have been by double digits.
Yeah, trying to stay perfect against Springville in the 5A quarterfinals. After Springville opens the scoring with a field goal, Olympus marches down the field on a beautiful night. Chase Benyon with a 32-yard touchdown run to give the Titans the lead. They add a special team score in the second quarter on a blocked punt. Now, the Titans would roll in this game, but the big story is the health of their quarterback, Jackson Frank.
No.
He was sacked and injured. It looks a little bit like Tyler Huntley in the Utah-Arizona State game. Hopefully it's not that serious. No word on his status for the semifinals. Olympus now 12-0. Last time that happened, 1998, when they won state.
Viewmont and Corner Canyon taking control of this one. The first time they touched the ball, Caden Johnson on the opening kick. Caden. Touchdown, 95 yards. Corner Canyon's defense also joining in. Tip drill, pick play.
Quinn Andra, nice
had the
pick.
interception. Cole Hagan, 13 of 18, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. That one to Noah Carr. He also rushed for 102 yards and a score. The Chargers remain perfect. 10-0 now.
4A quarterfinals, Dixie hosting Spanish Fork. 2 exciting offenses. They did not disappoint. First quarter, Don strike first. Parker Swenson to Dallas Ieri. Catch of the night nominee right there. Second quarter, Dixie steals momentum away. Reggie Graff to Weston Benuelos. 12-yard touchdown. Spanish Fork would answer, though. Swenson to Trey Lofton. Another great catch. Back and forth we go. Dixie goes to the run game. Benuelos with another score. Back to the pass. Graff to Tyson Miller. It's a 33-yard score. 21-13 Dixie at the half. Third quarter, the pass game for Dixie stays hot. Graff again, this time to Josh Kazarian, makes a nice catch. He might have been out of bounds. If you slow that down, you can take another look at it. Doesn't matter. Dixie wins 31-20.
So Mountain Crest at Orem rematch of last year's 4A title. Mountain Crest with a great start. Brady Hall to Jace Dart. 7-0 Mustangs. Orem answers. Cooper Lagada Puka Nakua. One of his 2 touchdowns for Nakua. Then Noah Sewell, also a big game for the Tigers. 2 touchdowns. This one 23 yards. And then this one, about double that or more.
Get out of his way.
65 yards for Noah Sewell. Yeah, hey, somebody hop on for the ride, right? All right, Orem, defending champs. They roll back to Rice Eccles in the semis.
Pineview making the long trip to Stansbury, but they were fresh. They came ready to play, especially Dallin Brown, the quarterback. A 40-yard keeper in the first to put the Panthers up 7-0. Then on his next possession, he's going to keep it again, which is a good decision because he's a great player. This is an 80-yard keeper. Pineview moves on to the semifinals over Stansbury 65-41. The highlight reel is next.
All right, we've loaded up the projector. It's ready to roll now.
Yeah, the best moments from another week of playoff football. It's time for the highlight reel.
Play action. Laga fires out to Nakua on the quick slant. And that's what Puka Nakua does. Yards after catch, still on his feet. 10-5, touchdown. 7.5 minutes to go, Hall. Throw back to big fella. Big man throwing football. The touchdown to Jace Dart.
shove across the 30, the 40, and across midfield.
Time performers, brought to you by Granite Credit Union.
All right, here are your 4 choices for the top play from this past week. The first one, Deshane's Caleb Sanchez. Off the deflection, catch, touchdown.
That was awesome. All right, have you ever seen an offensive tackle throw a touchdown pass? You have now. This is Max Hansen on the double pass, a 50-yard bomb to Mason Baldwin. How cool is that?
Skyview's David Carver. Reach out with a one hand, make the grab.
Awesome. All right, and Jordan's Wyatt Jones, not 1, but 2 pick sixes in Jordan's playoff loss to Northridge.
All right, 6A volleyball championship. Lone Peak wins its 3rd straight title. 5A volleyball title going on right now. Sky Ridge in Springville. We'll show you how that all worked out tonight at 9 o'clock.
And go to Twitter and vote for the favorite play of the day. We'll show it on SportsBeat Sunday.